When you're adding DCM to an existing project, you may encounter several violations by enabling presets or different rules. By creating a baseline file where you can have all the violations stored and then remove them and fix them one by one, you can ensure that adding DCM to your existing project, especially large projects, is as smooth as possible. Let's see how this command can help you. Here is my project. So I have a Flutter application with a bunch of folders and files. I also maintain two packages, awesome package and a structure. In the analysis option YAML file, I already set up my Dart code metrics or DCM configurations by adding the recommended as a preset and also manually disabling prefer match file rule name. And if I look at the packages, I do also have analysis option. This one only has one configuration and the structure parameter does not have anything. If I go ahead and run DCM Analyze right now under my lib folder, you will see that I will get a bunch of issues, some warnings, styling issues, and a list of problems as you can see. This is going to be a little bit overwhelming in the beginning, especially in a larger project. So you may want to enable the rules one by one, or maybe create a baseline where these can be stored somewhere and then you can fix them one by one. You still know there are some issues. You have the baseline. That is where the DCM initialize command with the subcommand of baseline can help us. If I now go ahead and generate a baseline for my Flutter application, it will generate a DCM Baseline.json file. If I open this file, you will see that all the violations that we already have seen as part of the analyze, they are coming here. All the files, their path, and all of the rules that are violated. So they are already here. For example, in this file, avoid dynamic rule has 1, 2, 3 violations. So if I open this file, you will see that I have this dynamic, this one, and this one. These are violations. If I go ahead and run the analyze again, you will see that there is no issue, even though we know we have some issues. The analysis option still has the recommended preset, so the avoid dynamic is still part of it. This is great. That means you can safely add DCM to your existing project, and you can slowly go and fix the violations. Here is this baseline file. Make sure that you check out to the Git, and this should be part of your repository, and change it as you go. Let's make one change right now. For example, in this file, I want to just go and fix the avoid dynamic. I will remove the avoid dynamic from this file. All right, that's deleted. One note here is that when you make a change to DCM Baseline.json file, you can run the DCM Analyze command, where in this case, it will take a look at the existing baseline and will report back any violation. So if I run this command again, you will see now I have 3 issues and all the avoid dynamics are back. Another thing I can do in my VS Code, I can restart the DCM analysis server. So if I do that, then right now you see even the IDE integration is picking up the avoid dynamic rule that we just deleted from baseline. But as I have mentioned, I have 2 packages here. In fact, I have a Monorepo here. The baseline can be supported for Monorepo as well. If I again run the initial subcommand of baseline on the root of my project, where I do have the packages as well here, so let me just open them right now, you will see that even though I run that baseline, I still have the DCM baseline for my root of project, but not for these 2 packages, even though I have the analysis option. If I open this for awesome package, you will see I do have the configuration, but it doesn't have any baseline. This is because I did not add any rules yet to the configuration. In order to have a baseline, you need to have some sort of violations. If you don't want to have the baseline for this package, just feel free to ignore rules or preset, for example, recommended. Let's say, for example, for the structure package, I do want to have a baseline. So here is just one rule that I'm adding at this point. Let's run the command again. Beautiful. This time, because there is some violations, it actually shows a baseline here. If I go and open this file, here is the violation. I'm going to open the awesome package analysis option and add the same rule to this package. Then I'm going to run the command again. Even though I ran the command and I added the rule, you will see that I still don't have any DCM baseline JSON file here. It's just because this rule is not violated in any of the files in this package. That's why there is no JSON file generated here. I want to also give you two tips here when you are using the baseline. The first one is about the case sensitivity. This is important because in some platforms, like having lowercase, uppercase, like for example, Mac OS is important. If you are generating this baseline on a platform that is the case sensitive by default, the important thing is make sure there is no difference between your machine and other machines here when you are generating these files, especially on CDCI. There's one more thing I want to mention here is about the line endings. The line ending in your files can affect the baseline output. Make sure you only have one type of line ending configured for your project. In order to do that, you can either have the editor config file in your project or the Git attributes in your project. So if I open the editor config file, I'm using LF. The LF is the standard that is used by Unix and Linux system that based on our need, we're going to have the end line of LF here. Or in the Git attributes, you can do the same thing. You can normalize your line ending based on your need to your repository. This is something that you need to decide in your team. All right, great. So now that we have all of these files generated, make sure we are also checking them out to the Git for further usage. Every time you make a change, make a commit of the baseline JSON files. For more information about this command, head over to dcm.dev.